So in this tank I have the Dwarf and Buddha Pseudotropheus demasoni, and I also have Tropheus Cichlids, and these are the Bemba orange flames. Both these species of cichlids are notorious for their aggression, and I wanted to shoot a quick video on what I do to keep the aggression down and to prevent what some people inevitably have as a death a week from interspecies and conspecific aggression. So the first thing is conspecific aggression, and that's aggression between the same species of fish. And most imbunas show that. Like these demasoni and the tropheus don't really care that each other are in the tank. You see a little bit of interaction with each other, but they don't really care. But between the same species, man, it can get crazy. So I just have a few quick tips on what I've done to help limit it. The first thing I've done is I have a 6-foot tank. This is a 140 gallon, and these fish are dwarf species. They don't get that big, so it gives them lots of real estate to move around and to maybe set up small territories, but it gives them lots of room. The second thing I do is I added a sufficient population. And if you can add a number of fish at once, and it depends on the species, so I'm not going to throw out a number because that would be stupid. But for the Tropheus, I put 20 of them in at once, but that was just how many I ordered. That wasn't a specific number. With the demasoni, I think I have 7 in here, and it seems to be working out really well. But again, those numbers change with the species. But if you can put a lot of the same species in one tank, it diffuses the aggression towards one specific fish. You can also play around with sexes of fish, but between demasoni and the Tropheus, it's almost impossible to sex them. You got to like take every fish out individually and vent it, and that can get a little bit crazy. I mean, catching one of these fish with having stuff in the tank is a crazy endeavor on its own. I'm trying to pull one of the demasoni out so that I can strip the eggs, and I can't catch the fish. They're really good swimmers. Another thing I've done is, and these last two points are kind of the same thing, but hiding places and breaking up line of sight. So if a fish goes and ducks behind a rock and the other fish can't see it, a lot of people think that's a huge advantage in stopping aggression. I can't cite any scientific journals that have studied this, but a lot of fish keepers have kind of kept the mentality out of sight, out of mind. So you might see fish in a little bit of a scuffle, and one will go and hide, and it stops. So if you can set your decor, I mean, I have really large rocks, but I've set up a ton of hiding spaces and lots of little nooks and crannies where everything can go, so that if there is a crazy fight or a chase, again, one fish goes and ducks into the rocks and it gets left alone. And so far I've had this tank set up for a couple of months, 0 issues with aggression. So between tank size, getting a good population, keeping line of sight, and having hiding places, I think is a great way to limit the aggression of what could be a very aggressive species. And again, this is specific to con-specific aggression. I'm not putting alligator gars in with Tropheus or something stupid like that. So I hope those few tips help. And let me know in the comments below what you guys do to help limit con-specific aggression. I'd love to know what you guys do. Thanks so much for watching, and have yourselves a great day.